An ironclad. An actual Portuguese ironclad. Okay, now that is, again, a little bit more problematic. That thing has some defense. Unfortunately, the Jolly Ursa will absolutely be able to kill it, so that should be good. It's just, got to watch myself. In fact, I think that's probably going to be the best thing that I could use my Jolly Ursa on, because it got huge combat strength. 0 chance of capturing enemy. That's a shame. Never mind. Still stealing boats, though. Exciting stuff. I love it. Mercantilism, however, perfect. Time for privateers. I have so many yongs. These are amazing, but privateers, I mean, these things can allow me to naval pillage, and that is just useful. As I pick up astronomy, I think as good as these yong ships are, battleships have got to be the next thing for me. I've got ballistics boosted. We need to kill a unit with a knight. Build a niter mine. How have we not built a niter mine? That feels like something we should have done by now. Right. Let's go and have a look for some niter and see if we can improve it. I definitely have some somewhere. Look, yeah, look, it's right there. Ugh, useless. Sometimes I'm just useless. Okay, kill a unit with a knight. That's another thing. I can probably do that over here, actually. If I move my horsey boy somewhere safe, then I can buy myself a knight, I believe. Yep, there we go. And then we'll navally invade with it. That should work. The thing I love about this phantom frigate thing, what is it called? Phantom flagship, is I can come in, attack twice to get rid of some walls, and then just sail it away as if nothing's happened. It's just so much fun. I built the terracotta army because I thought, seeing as all my boats can move and fire in the same turn, which is just ridiculous, wouldn't it be funny if they all had an extra promotion? Because I'm not far off getting battleships as well. So they're all going to be 4 promoted battleships with 4 range. Even 5 range, actually. I mean, it should be amazing. It's this city, American Coffee. I captured it. It's able to build a bunch of wonders for me, actually, and it's working well. I've got Petra, Statue of Zeus, that I can more build. I mean, Petra, as we all know, as a wonder, is totally useless. But Mahabodhi Temple, that is a useful wonder. I could do that. Or Statue of Zeus. Statue of Zeus would be funny. These units can hopefully fire twice because they started their turn next to the Jolly Roger. That is what seems to do it for me. And then I can come in. This horse might be able to do this attack for me, thinking about it. If I exit the escort formation and come in like so. Major defeat. That should be enough to take it. Hey! It was. Wonderful. Okay, cool. That's good. This one can attack twice onto that city, I hope. Like so. Perfect. And then it can give itself the +1 range. I mean, this is wonderful. 4 range ships. In comes the Jolly Ursa. 2 attacks. Oh, it's so powerful. 95 strength now. That's wonderful. In comes the Ironclad to finish it off. So 8 population city just swinging itself to me. Oh, what's this religion? Canism. Oh, right, that's it. That was Portugal's religion. No, Phoenicia's religion. Hieratic script. It is really good. Science for intrinsic faith output of all of my holy site buildings. I mean, it is awesome. And I'm running out of promotions on this ship. I can do the strength versus barbarians or the naval units plundering traders. Let's do that. That's probably more likely to pop up as a thing. Oh, and that's right. That is the Forbidden City. So I've got an extra wildcard policy. Perfect. I had to take out Republican Legacy to get serfdom back in, but that is going to massively help. I'm on 294 science, 344. That's 50 science. 50 science just based on getting those amenities in. Okay, it might not be quite that. I think it's also because of another couple of things as well, like the fact that I don't think it was calculating the natural philosophy. Maybe it was? I don't know. Still, it's a big bonus. There's the Knight of Mine, and there's Rifling. The only thing about the Terracotta Army I dislike is if you've got any units on auto command, like exploring, they all get knocked off because they've got a promotion. It's like, yes, that's fine and all, but I really didn't want to have to micromanage every single one. Bologna has been a real pain in my side because I cannot move units through it, but that is the suzerain. That'll help a lot. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to pick up. Oh, that's right, extra culture for all of the great people I've earned. That'll be a good pickup as well. 300 culture now, 14% at the moment, but that will go up pretty quickly because I'm now getting engineers, admirals, merchants. There's a lot of good stuff. Oh, and here's Portugal's navy. There it is. Okay, we are finally starting to see some actual resistance now. Who'd have thought, eh? 50% chance of capturing enemy. There we go. That's what we like to see. Yes. Okay, perfect. Right, hang on. If I just move my flagship to there now, I just need another couple of attacks on this ship, and again, another 50% chance. There it is. Oh, that's good. Keep throwing things at me. I love it. But yeah, Portugal have a real army against me now. I'm having to just hold fire a little bit. These trebuchets do more damage against my boats than I would like. So we're just sort of picking these off whilst I build my units around. I've got lots and lots of promoted units, and I've now got almost 2,000 military strength because my capital just keeps kicking them out. But it's taking about 4 turns for my boats to go through my conquered territories. So all of this delay is helping. Oh, that's brazen. Peace with Scythia for 300 gold per turn from me. You know what? Somehow, I don't like that. Oh, that is a partisan resolution. Look at that. That just one hit my Yong. That's vicious. Portugal, you've got to get taken out of the game now. That's not on. I don't have many, but I've got lots of boats. But still, it's just, how could you try capturing it? Only 25% chance? No, wasn't enough. Wasn't enough, unfortunately. Or wouldn't it be absolutely hilarious if we could build units twice as quickly? Oh yes, like I'm just doing that. I don't really care about the other vote. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Oh, gold. Never mind. Go on, steal the ironclad. Steal the ironclad. You know you want to. Oh, so close. So close. Never mind. Okay, Lisbon. Lisbon really needs to go down now. This is proving difficult for me to deal with. Let's just move this unit there. Move my ship in, and we're going to attack over. Oh, such crazy strong walls. Luckily, I can just get the Jolly Ursa to just sail in and do 2 attacks on it, which do crazy amounts, and then just sail out again. Great Merchant grants 3 envoys at the city-state. Oh, that's fun. Okay, I think I might go and get another couple of culture ones or something silly. Got 2 production, 2 culture, I only got 1 gold, 2 science, 2 military. Okay. Or maybe actually Chinguetti. Oh, that would be a good city-state to get. Let's go and get this one. These ironclads are so annoying. They keep killing my units. And my units are so good, they're so fragile. But I am picking up ironclad after ironclad. My coal consumption will get worse and worse. That is the only problem. But for now, I will take it. Who in their right mind would take that peace deal? Yes, I know you've got 75 gold per turn. That's great. But you actually have 800 gold per turn, Portugal. 800. I'm coming for your city, whether you like it or not. Also, I built the Colosseum. Didn't quite get into range of my capital, but I did get a good range of about 4 cities that I had founded around my capital, so that's pretty cool. Extra immunities, extra culture, extra good stuff. An opportunity for my horses running around in circle, dueling each other to see something large on the horizon. It's like something to aim for, isn't it? There we go. And nationalism done as well. Oh, it's actually really good. So 1, 2, 3, 4 cities it did around it. That's pretty decent. 8 immunities into my empire. It all helps. Speaking of all helping, I'm trying to build some kampungs in my capital. They're now worth 2 housing each. That makes a difference. But the main thing that just happened is nationalism. Now, nationalism is really, really handy because I have so many weak boats and now I can make fleets out of them, which will massively help them. It's only the Jolly Ursa. That's the only thing doing decent damage to Lisbon at the moment. Everything else is just so strong. Well, so weak, I guess. I can't just sort of hit it. But what I've been doing is all of the new Yongs have got line of battle. All of my good ones that I've had for some time, they all have better promotions, like, where is it, bombardment and that sort of thing. So that's really cool. I'll be able to mix up all the promotions now. There we go, 178 experience I got from combining those 2 units. Blimey. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, 249. Okay, good. I mean, it's not giving me any experience, it's just showing a visual representation of how much experience those units had beforehand. Just quite entertaining nonetheless. Can I steal that unit? No. No, I cannot, but we're still pretty powerful. Still attacking Lisbon. We are not far now. We're starting to do some pretty decent shots against it. Oh, walls are down. Walls are down. Walls are down. Walls are down. Oh, it's not enough. Can I second attack that? I can 2 attack. That's Lisbon down. Oh my god, that was such a difficult city take. I cannot tell you. We did it though. We did it. And that is battleships with refining. That's exciting. Now, normally what I would do is go for chemistry, but I'm thinking maybe I just beeline lasers. Is that probably the good thing to do? What have I got to do? Scientific theory, banking, economics. I've got to own 2 banks. I could do that. 3 line inventory. Okay, okay. It's not the worst thing in the world, actually. I'm about to start plundering, so you know what? I am going to just beeline that. That sounds fun. 270 gold for a battleship fleet. This is where we start to get just a little bit silly. 4 fleets already. This will be my 5th. I've got another one here. 6 fleets. 7 fleets. Okay, I think it'll do for now. That'll do for now. We'll keep promoting them as we go, though. Leonardo da Vinci is so good when you have the mausoleum because that extra 3 culture per workshop doubles up. It's great. It's so good. I don't really have that many workshops this game, but it's still a very good thing. Norwich! Ah, Norwich. The best city in the world, he says, totally unbiasedly. With such delights is a really cool castle and an underground shopping mall, which is relatively cool underneath the castle, and 2 cathedrals because 1 just wasn't enough. Come to Norwich! It exists! That should be its tagline. It exists. This is where these battleships begin to get a little bit silly. That's 1 attack, 2 attacks. These are all double promoted as well. 3, 4, like so. In comes the ironclad just to steam through. I'm not going to even bother mopping up efficiently on Portugal. I want them out. I want them done. There we go. We can move on with our lives now. Thank goodness. Next up, Dido. And unfortunately for her, there's only the 1 city with walls. And now I have battleships. I feel like that's going to be a bit of a mistake from her. Ah, Dido. She will go down with this ship, but she'll never put her white flag up or surrender. That's good to know, really, when you play her. Let's see how well these walls do. Update. Not well. Okay. This may be quite quick. Another little spooky attack over the top there. Delicious. First stop, Carthage. Taken pretty easily there. And now to this city up to the north. And let's just move my ships up. As you can see, my battleships are ready and raring to go. 1 attack. Okay, yeah, that was that's going to go pretty quick as well. Can my cavalry unit reach? It can reach. Okay, that's to be taken as well. That's what happens when you don't put walls down. It goes very quickly. Now I have steel walls. So every time I take one of these cities, I'm just, bam, 400 strength walls get immediately put up. Because there's no walls in Carthage's cities, there's no damage to replace. So it is just straight 400 strength. And, oh boy, it's powerful. Because, like, the city attacks are doing full battleship fleet damage now. Which is pretty high. This is a Portuguese now that I stole from them. I mean, that's quite useful. And again, look, I've got double attacks now, so I just then clear out these units. Oh, 99 damage. That's is it a miracle they survived or just awful because now they have to live with watching me do what I'm doing? Oh well. It's a philosophical question for another day because there is a 10 strength city taken as well. Oh, this is so quick. In fact, there's a 4 range battleship. That is a 5 range battleship. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I'm going to switch these over just so that I can. Hang on, there's the Admiral over. Where's the 5 range? Oh, it's beautiful to see. Look at that. I love it. You very rarely get to use a 5 range battleship. Tyre now on 0 health for my cavalry to come racing in and bam, there's the capital gone. Even this little 4 strength city is going to be nothing compared to my Jolly Ursa. Look at it. It's so brilliant. It's so bold. And there it is. It's almost like a little canal city for me because this merchant keeps getting killed. He was just heading over to Chinguetti. Oh no! It's about to get killed. Oh, that's a shame. That would have been a fantastic city-state for me. Yep, city-state's gone. Boo. I think the Jolly Ursa is now actually just as strong as a battleship fleet. But it's not crazily stronger. Okay, it's still pretty strong though, to be fair. Is that Byblos taken? I think it is. Well, bam. Sidon. I think a direct attack on this city may be a foolish idea. Maybe we should approach from the flanks? No? No? Oh, come on, that's good. Sidon has been taken. Okay, Dido still has 1 more city somewhere, which is a little bit annoying. Where could it be? Where could it be? No one's entirely sure, actually. The Jolly Ursa is just a one-man shooting brigade, taking down cities by itself. You gotta love the enthusiasm. Oh, it's over there. It's over there. Okay, right. Well, we can just send a couple of ships to mop them up. That's absolutely fine. Taj Mahal. Basically, if you build this wonder, you never get a Dark Age ever again. That +1 era score from every single historic moment that means anything is wonderful. It's also a very pretty wonder. Look at it, especially as the night draws in and the lights turn on. Oh, next to the pirate cove in the top left and the giant crabs in the top right. What better thing could you put the Taj Mahal between? Pirates and crabs. Oh yes, that's truly what the original architect intended. Mendeleev. Oh, Mendeleev. We're actually getting some decent people. Sanitation, chemistry, replaceable parts, alas, was not one of those things. But look, I'm building battleship fleets, and with the Venetian arsenal, I'm building 2 of them every 3 turns. Not that I'm building a new navy next to Egypt, whose alliance with me is strangely about to run out. Don't worry, Egypt. I'm sure it's fine. Somehow my capital has 259 production. That's crazy considering it's got -1 immunity. Like, how has it done that? That's insane. I mean, it's brilliant, but how? Where's it getting it? I've got the Warlord's Throne. That's 48 production. No, hang on, 32 production. I'm also producing towards units. Oh yes, Kilwa. 30 production from my religion as well. 96 from worked tiles. Oh, so good. My first Sidon city on the mainland now. That's pretty good. Have I got a nice... Is this a range... Yeah, there we go. Confidence range finding battleship. Just pull you to there. Get the pirate captain over. And I just need some visibility on that island. Like... Hang on. So... Oh, that's a scary looking vampire. Hang on. Can we shoot over the top and just knock this thing out? I think I might be able to. Right, not this time, but... Okay. We've almost got range of the capital now, which is quite cool. Oh, and actually, I can go all the way around. Nice. Black spot branding iron. That is all the promotions the Jolly Ursa can take. It is fully cloaked. Look at that. Over the entire continent. 5 range. Oof. That's a good shot. Okay, I'm going to try and attack. This Curaçao's on the edge of being too injured to do it. Oh, no, not quite. Not quite enough to take the capital. What's it on? 1 garrison health. Of course it is. Ugh, the amount of times the game does that. Harsh. I'm finally getting builders in everywhere. And I have so many fish that need improving. The yields of my empire are starting to catapult upwards exponentially. It's very fun. Just sort of every turn my builders are just sort of getting into the sea, build a boat. Into the sea, build a boat. Oh, I can just purchase in ironclad fleets. With Faith, of course I can. I forgot it let you do Faith. That's sort of combining the seaport with Indonesia's ability. Now, I'm going to get some cavalry in. My alliance with London has just expired, so yes, they have 113 strength London. That won't last too long. I've got 2 battleship fleets on the way, 3 more to back that up. That should be more than enough to siege that city. Unfortunately for you, Egypt, this is going to be a surprise war because I see your capital and it's pretty much undefended. So we're just going to run in like so. Hello, this is an ironclad fleet. Well, bam. Ryan's Sharp Fluids. Ooh, what a citrus company. The finest you've ever seen. Really gets into the back of your throat and goes, oh, zesty. Try this again. Curaçao, attack ineffective. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Ugh, how dull. Scythia's capital is now down. And I can move this unit down, attack with the battleship, and take them out there as well. They are now down to some tiny little islands on the left-hand side of the map. Good. I'm trying to knock Dido out in that exact same sort of thing, but my boats are taking forever to do it. That's okay. Ryan's Hard Salty Substance. That's my coral company. Look at this. Extra faith. Whoa. It's a beautiful thing. Just gives me better yields than this tile. Look at this is a crazy tile. 7 food, 13 production, 1 science, 6 gold, 2 faith, 1 culture. Sounds a little bit like I'm doing the outro, doesn't it? Just thank you to production and gold and culture for all you've done. Did I declare war on England? What happened there? Is it part of an alliance or something? Oh no, I declared war on them when I declared war on Egypt. It's always bad, isn't it, when you can't actually remember why you're at war with somebody. You just have to go, whoops, never mind. Oh well, here is London. I think I'm just going to have to move my ships in a little bit more. Those are steel walls? No, Renaissance walls. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's doing no damage whatsoever. Okay, we may need to just hit London with a little bit more there, but that's fine. That's kind of like our last target. Literally every other city I have is just making builders at the moment because these fishing boats are so good. You can just make as many cities as you want, like my capital. Like this captured city over here is doing amazingly. I've got, where's Lisbon going at the moment? Lisbon was sort of there. Look at that, I'm improving all these tiles as well. Like, these fish haven't even been improved in their 3 food, 3 production. Just all the builders I can pick up. And then, as soon as I'm done getting builders, I put my unique district up and boom! It's getting crazy yields and crazy housing. Because of the amount of housing and the amount of food I've got in my nation, my amenities are terrible. But, you know, we could always go democracy later in the game if we were really worried about that. Dido's out of the game. Perfect. I think, hopefully, that means that I get Hunza on side because she was keeping an eye on that one. Oh no, Victoria is the second person on that. Oh, such a difficult city-state to get on side. Oh yeah, I had a military emergency against me. I forgot about that because the AI was so effective at, you know, using it against me. Just so effective. Oh boy, what a tough thing for me to deal with. In goes my destroyer because I've unlocked those now. That's pretty damn cool. Okay, finally we're starting to put the squeeze on London now. This is good. Promoting my units up. It's going to take a few turns, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 battleship fleets in range now. That's good. We've got more on the way. And I think I can rush through a canal once I take Egypt's capital, and I can link up the 2 seas. That'll be handy. I love using canals as offensive weapons. Like, we don't build enough canals full stop. They're good fun. But when you can actually use it as a genuine military tactic, oh, makes me smile every time. It's a bit like when I use a railroad assisted attack. That can be really, really good fun. The only small bit of shame, I think, is that this attack is going to run out of steam before I unlock missile cruisers, which is in 2 techs time now. I really fancied having a go with missile cruisers this game. They're always so good. Oh, James Young. I've already discovered oil. I've already started to dig some of it up. But thank you for popping along for the ride. It's good to see you nonetheless. There's Egypt's capital. Well, bam. Lovely stuff. Okay. As discussed, I think a canal has got to be possible here. And I can see one already. There it is. Like so. Do I have any military encampments nearby? I do. Lisbon's got one. Right. Military engineers, you need to be bought. And you need to rush over there to go and fix it quickly because we need to get my troops involved as fast as we can. I believe that's Scythia out of the game now. Yes. I was just hopping along, taking all their little islands. It's good. Just makes city-states a little bit easier to be friends with. And I'm just picking up these like nobody's business right now. You know, I don't feel like military emergencies are really something we should be worried about right now. Oh, well, apparently they are. Never mind. Why did they go for this city, though, rather than Egypt's capital? You'd think that that would be the priority city, wouldn't you? Never mind. Managed to just jump in and steal this city with my 5 range battleships firing from a totally different sea. It's quite handy, that. It is a golden age, which is amazing. I'm going to keep with Hick Sunk Draconas because that 2 movement for all my naval units is really handy, getting all my naval units in line. But now I can go from being a bosun to a first mate of the Brigand Court. Oh, I think it involves me getting a bigger pirate hat. It's very exciting. My naval units gain the ability to perform coastal raids. All units pillaging improvements and districts earn double the yields. This is where we get just insane. All I guess I need to do now is actually find some opportunities to do said pillaging, because unfortunately on this map AI doesn't really appear to have done very much. Oh no, this battleship can, for instance, it can go and raid that tile. I'm just double checking. Yep, I've got the total war card on, so I'm getting extra bonuses from that, but my battleship can now pirate raid for 50 gold and 694 gold. Oh, oh yes, It's such a shame that this particular game isn't going to involve me using it that often. But, like, it's so good. I was like, ooh, let's go and have a look at this bay. This seems really cool for a couple of cities. And I put my builder into it and just headlong ran into some barbs. I'm just going to pull the camera away from that and just suggest that nothing ever happened. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Mismanagement, you say? Oh, I don't know what that means. Look how many battleships I have now. A lot. It's amazing how ineffective they are once walls get put up in a city, but they're doing something. It's all about just squeezing this city down. God, 103 defense. England have done very well. Very well. I think it's probably got to be some redcoat armies they've put up to give them that sort of defense, because there's nothing actually garrisoned in the city right now, and it's still on 103. It is very impressive. I'm just, again, doing my best to try and rush this canal through. 6 turns, that's fine, but I've got another military engineer on the way to come and boost this as quick as I can, like so. Okay, hopefully next turn and that'll be finished. Ideology means that I've now got the 5-year plan, which is good. And where's the other card I just lost? Economic Union. Lovely stuff. Oh, my capital's doing so well. -2 amenities and still 278 production. I haven't really even optimized it yet. I haven't got democracy or communism or any of the fun governments. This is just from a crazy map setup. Again, between turns, and the reason you're not seeing much of this at the moment is because it's turn after turn after turn of me moving about 7 million builders around, just improving every fishing boat I can get my hands on. This is really, like, sometimes I play Civ for all of you, and, you know, I like to think that you will enjoy the games and stuff I put out. This one's for me. I'm just sat here, just putting boats out. It's very fun. Just watching the yields. It's like, yields, lasers, missile cruiser time. Need to be able to upgrade all of these if I can. Have I got the upgrade policy card? Force modernization, I do. Where's the nearest friendly territory? Probably Valletta, if I can get myself some envoys. Professional sports will not get me any envoys, but conservation will. So let's do that quickly. Another Egyptian city just casually stolen up here as well. Again, I'm just trying to find a way to bring all of my units through. Oh, there we go. The canal is finally done. Okay, you can start to come through now. We're going to start to upgrade you all to missile cruisers as you're doing it. This is going to be a lovely, lovely sight. That's actually, I think I can even go for some destroyers, some submarines. Oh, wow. Whole host of different troops here. This is very fun. Actually, if I just borrow this little city for a second, that is lovely. Okay, this is a good place to upgrade all of my battleships. Let's just do a quick little pillage move. Bring you back. Bring you back. Give you the upgrade as well. In fact, actually, this one I can upgrade and then promote next turn. Okay, so this is basically what we're doing. Just pulling everything back for one turn. Let it upgrade. And then bring it back. Don't mind me, England, if I just borrow the letter. Thank you so much. That's just another front that I don't have to deal with now, which is lovely. My battleships are all, I think, pretty much fully promoted. So, bringing my destroyers in, we can go and discover even more of this English territory. I'm just going to use my destroyers to just punch a hole through all of these units. And then missile cruisers, you return to finish the job. Okay, that's sufficiently more damage now. That's good. I've even got the Jolly Ursa in. Oh, amazing. Amazing. In fact, actually, I can start capturing units with my missile cruisers. These are homing bullets that then capture every single boat that I kill because of my strength advantage here. That's brilliant. Do we think we have enough boats here to do this? Oh my word. Just every tile is full of boat after boat after boat, just led by the beautiful Jolly Ursa. Look at it. Oh, it's a gorgeous thing. Right. Should we get this done? Let's get this done. I think I should have some pretty decent long-range vessels, actually, somewhere. So, have a Jolly vessel, Jolly Ursa in there, and then we can go one attack like that, and then pull you back to upgrade you perfectly. Then I can bring this one in to do one attack. That's lovely. Another attack there. 3 attacks. 4 attacks. 5 attacks. Destroyer. In it comes. and London has been taken, and the domination victory is mine. That was such a fun map. Like, as it loads, oh yes, it was just such a fun map. I really, really loved it. I know I always plug it, but Discord is where you should go to get the map. You can literally copy and paste it onto your computer and have a go if you fancy playing with these crazy boats. Only Winston Churchill. Terrible, but let's just spend a little bit of time going through how this game went. You can see cities captured up towards 40. That's pretty cool. I did not lose a single city, I don't believe. Nope, I did not. Maybe to loyalty I lost a couple, but we ignore those. My faith was doing okay. But England were actually playing the faith game that game. It's good that somebody does. My science, I took the science lead at about turn 130, which is pretty good, but my science actually was pretty decent continually through the game. Who's this? Portugal. Yeah, Portugal always have a strong science game. They were doing pretty good, actually. Where's my culture? Player culture. I took the lead turn, yeah, about 130. Again, very nice indeed. Units killed. Quite a few. Units lost. Oh, a decent amount. Goodness me, we were playing recklessly. About 10 units lost in that game. I think I kind of lost concentration towards the end, but never mind. Wonders constructed. Yeah, I did quite a few there. Where's total religions founded? Good. Good. Okay, so I did get my religion after everyone else's, but it didn't matter in the end. But I mean, this map was absolutely crazy. I love these atoll maps. Just the sheer amount of resources. They are with abundant sea resources, so you don't have to have them this full, but I just find it amusing. And actually, now that I'm starting to put fishing boats on all of my conquered territories, you can see that all of my captured cities were beginning to really, really populate up. I only have had these for about 40 turns, so they haven't really had time to populate. Something's going wrong with the graphics. I think it's because we have the Outlaw Cove. It's not rendering in the shipyard properly. So a lot of my cities have these really funny, like, red exclamation marks that just poke out into the sky. I really like that. I think it's like a missing art asset when it does that. Did my capital do it as well? No, my capital was fine with it. Maybe it was just captured cities with shipyards. Maybe that was a problem for it. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, look, all my captured cities, they had so much excess food. Like, the city's just got to 100 loyalty on 26 food, and I have no amenities. Not because I'm not generating them, but because the population of my cities was so colossally massive. All we had to do actually was go professional sports. That would have given me the Estadio. That would have given me 2 amenities in every single one of my cities. Combining that with going democratic, we had so many harbours and campuses that my cities would have easily gone to New Deal. We could have gone liberalism. I think that's +5 amenities in all of my cities that would have done. So that would have helped quite a lot. Brigand Court, though, was really, really fun. So if I had gone to the atomic era, what happens is you unlock treasure troves, which are scattered around the map, like they'll be just on random little ocean tiles, and if you use a boat to come and pick it up, you get a heap of gold. Really, it's not game changing, but it's just very fun, and it's a good use of units later into the game. I'm just so far off that edge. I'm only in the industrial era, let alone going to the atomic era, so I mean, that's crazy. We're on 1110 AD. Not bad for missile cruiser armadas with 107 strength. And honestly, these pirate coves, the best thing about them was just how they look. They look awesome. I love the skull. It is brilliant. But do they really add anything hugely compared to regular lighthouses? Well, not really. I think it's giving me 2 gold more at the moment. 2 gold per era since last built or repaired. Maybe it stacks it up separately. Outlaw Cove, no, it's just giving me 6 gold per turn at the moment, and considering that 2 of those golds are coming from my envoy, yeah, it's just giving me 2 gold per turn, so it really doesn't do a huge amount. The main reason why you would take this is to get your Phantom flagship. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. Weirdly, it never goes above 25 melee, 30 ranged. It's because it does the thing where you get extra combat strength every time you get yourself a building. It's 15 for the lighthouse, 20 for shipyard, and 25 for seaport. So it's really attacking with about 95 strength. So the missile cruisers have now outpaced my flagship, but everything up until that point, including battleships, were not as good as the Phantom flagship. And I mean, does it not look just the most awesome thing? I think it would look even cooler if it had the skull and crossbows and the actual sails. I think that would be possibly the only thing that I would say about that. But I love this dynamic about it doing things to itself and then adjacent units. So all of the upgrades combined was 5 extra combat strength versus barbarians, 1 extra attack per turn. Now, what I would say is that was really, really glitchy. I was finding that units were just losing their movement randomly. Sometimes they could double attack, sometimes they couldn't. The coding hasn't quite got that right. But when it does work, it was really good. And really, it gives the Jolly Ursa itself 2 attacks. That's kind of all I needed that for. Extra gold when plundering traders, that was pretty decent, especially when you're fighting England and there are traders everywhere. 1 range and 5 combat strength. Well, that made quadriremes at the beginning of the game awesome, and it was giving me frigates with 3 range, so I could shoot outside of Portugal's walls, so that was hugely awesome. Gold based on the combat strength of defeated units, a little thing, but it did help. 2 extra movement. Now that made, 11 movement on the Jolly Ursa was just insane. So I loved that. And then capturing enemy naval units was just brilliant. I mean, if you just sort of watch me just sort of float around, doop-a-doop-a-doop, to stick myself there, it's all based on how strong you are compared to the enemy unit. So like, look at this, 100% chance of capturing the unit because I'm so strong compared to them. Bam. And bam. Okay, I say 100%. That clearly wasn't 100%, but never mind. But yeah, look at this. It's just the extra range. Being able to just fire now over 4 tiles makes such a huge difference. Well, bam. You see, look, this one gets the double firing. It's funny, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure what causes it to work and not work sometimes, but there you go. I honestly would recommend doing this. Let's finally just have a quick look at the map, and you can see we found it on this really, really weird start, where actually my start wasn't that good, except from the fact that the capital itself was perfect. The other cities, not so good. We were relying heavily on ocean tiles. Oh, that's right, we have the Aztecs right next to us, didn't we? I'd forgotten about that. So my second city, I was going to go for a decent second city on this sort of river system, and I was like, nah, let's just build the canal city, because by doing that we could pull our galleys through and go for a nice early game war against the Aztecs. It was really messy, it was very inefficient. I think we may have lost a couple of cities, but by the time we took this sort of bay over, that massively helped. They founded another canal city for me, which was great. By doing that, it meant that I could move my boats through, which was really handy. And by the time I'd finished killing the Aztecs, I hadn't met anybody else in the game. That was fantastic, because I took no diplomatic penalty for doing that. Now here we go, my boats go and explore the map. There's Dido, there's Scythia, there's Egypt, there's Portugal. Portugal quite quickly were becoming the big threat, and I was thinking maybe we've got to go and fight Portugal first, but no, the Mayans appeared directly to our west, and they were losing. And not just losing, but they were losing fantastically with very low science, or they had actually low army in low tech, but they did have their unique districts. Yeah, and as discussed, the Mayans, look, we just take the city, bam, 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 and suddenly we have a platform to then attack Portugal. And Portugal was a way, way harder fight for us. But as we sort of moved our boats up to the north, oh god, Lisbon was awful. And it's only 20 turns between getting Lisbon and taking everything else. Look how quickly everything else falls, turn by turn by turn by turn, just purely because how weak everyone was compared to Portugal. They kind of hardened me, you know? They were the thing that caused me to become so aggressive and so hardy. But when we took Portugal out, that was all that mattered. And like, the game actually crashed on me while I was looking at that map, and now I had to go back and autosave, so I don't actually own London anymore. But what I'll do is I'll stick this endgame save file in the Discord as well for you to have a look at if you really want to have a look at some fun yields. But my goodness, look at this. It's just delicious. Om nom 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 nom. Oh, that's a 6 food kampung. I mean, it's just gorgeous. I haven't got water parks going on here just yet either. In fact, actually, that would make the yields even better, right? The aquarium gives +1 science each kelp, reef, and shipwreck, right? And +1 if adjacent to the water park. So, bam, like that. Yeah, that's a bunch more science. Yeah, that's awesome. An unoptimized capital with 80 food, 208 production, 172 gold, 142 science, almost 200 culture, and 50 faith. I could get a lot better as well. We didn't have any products in. I just won too quickly. Far too quickly that game. Oh man, if we'd gone communist, the yields would have been insane. It was the best city though, which is cool. All the capitals I've taken actually were the best cities. London remains up there, so undiscovered city is the 7th best. Well, England just had an amazing city to the north, I just don't know. And they were on the verge of plains. Oh wow, we timed that very well. They were like a couple of turns away from getting planes to throw at me, and that would have been a real pain. But we were 15 techs ahead. Wow, they beelined the flight pretty quickly actually, whereas we went straight to missile cruisers. I'm now picking up these things. I could have got some bombers in if I wanted to. Chemistry didn't do. Yeah, the only thing I didn't do was have a bit more fun with pillaging. That is my one regret in all of this, to be fair, is not doing enough pillaging, but what can you do? There you go, I just skipped a turn forward so I could show you a little bit of pillaging. Look at this, 738 gold, because it's double gold for pillaging with the Brigand Court. Oh man, could you imagine playing this as Norway? My only complaint about this 368 culture is that it comes into the game far too late. Like if this was an ancient era thing, man, that would be good fun. But hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next series. Goodbye! And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Davalex, Trafford Askby, Paul Coffey, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petrovan, Matthew Hatch, and Nim for all of your support, as well as everybody else who watches, likes, comments, and engages with the video. Thank you very much. See you next time.